can put a bit of a bend on his body as well. Let's try that. Alright, body layer. I'll put some puppet pins on this one, starting from the beginning. Here, here, and here. So hit the U key. Maybe I'll bend his belly forward a little bit on the down frames, and bend it back a little bit on these up frames, just for fun. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. It's a bit exaggerated, but kind of look cool when it's a bit faster, I think. Maybe I'll put a bit of a bounce on the hair. We could talk about that secondary animation. Let's use again a puppet pin for that. So if I were to go here, a little pin, 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 hit the U key again. I'm going to flop it down on the contacts and flop it up, something like that on the ups. I'm only doing that pin, so see what that looks like. You can experiment again with that. You might do a different sort of effect. A bit over the top. Maybe I'll just settle that down and make that a bit more subtle. Okay, it's quite slow, isn't it? We haven't done any. We can also add a bit of a bend to the arms as well. You'll notice here the arms do have a little bend at the back. Again, I can use the puppet pin tool for that. But right now I'm just going to look at the speed. I've got this Walker 1. He's now, this whole comp is, again, 2 seconds. What if I took that and I dragged it into a new comp? I'll make a new comp. I'll call it 1920 by 1080. 24 frames a second. I'll make this comp 10 seconds long. What if I dump that Walker in there? I could do it that way. And I could speed him up here. Or I could do it this way. Ditch that comp that we just made. Maybe I'll do it like this. I'll drag that comp into a new one. Then I'll make this one 10 seconds. Zoom out. And I might just get rid of all those markers. Delete all markers now. I don't need them in this view. Let's just stretch this. What if it was, if I click on the stretch column here and go change 2 seconds to 1 second, which is 50% stretch factor. So I could also just go click in there and go 50. So a bit faster. Looks a bit cooler, doesn't it? I'm going to duplicate. I could loop this comp, but I always find that that's a little expression. I can do this. I can come in here and go right click on the layer and go time, enable time remapping. I can option click on the stopwatch there to type an expression and call it loop out. That one there, loop out, capital O-U-T, and then 2 brackets. Loop out. Now if I can stretch that out and it will just... Now the cool thing, I've got these 2 keyframes, so I could actually control the speed by just moving these keyframes. I could go, I want it to be slower. Or just leave it where it was. It's quite cool, isn't it? Okay, so he's rocking along there, having a good time. Now I'm going to drag Walker 2. I'll call this Walker looped. I'll call the first one Walker 1 loop. So that's the one I'd go in and adjust the animation. Walker looped is where I've got my loop happening over 10 seconds. What if I wanted to walk him through a scene now? I might make a new comp and call it scene. Walk scene. And I'll just make that comp 10 seconds. Oops, I made it the wrong size. So it's alright, I'll go in here, 1920 by 1080. 1920 by 1080. And I will chuck the looped comp in there, and I can animate him walking across. Alright, so I'm going to walk across from here to here. I might make him a bit smaller. There he goes. Could give him a shadow by. So see if you can get that working. What?
I need to call my colleague back.
Can you go outside? Can I just finish this? It'll be another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's like I can't. Can I just finish this? You could just grab your sandals and stand in the street. Can I just? I've got to do this. Sorry, it won't be long. I'm in the end of it almost. Okay, so once you've got your comp walking across like that, again, that's just simple position animation. Here's at 50%. So I've got a loop inside a looped comp inside a scene. Now I could give him a shadow by duplicating that layer. I want to turn this upside down, this layer, and just do that. I'm going to get rid of the keyframes on that layer and parent it to the top layer so that it follows. One on top of the other. Let's drag the bottom one down. And I'm going to put a little I might just put an effect levels on there. So I've dropped all the color values out. I'll drop the transparency. Might give him a little put a little sky in there. Make the background color white. Maybe I'll put a blur on that. Effect, color correction, blur. Maybe just a blur like that. A bit of a blur on the shadow so it's not quite so sharp. Drop the opacity a bit more, maybe 20. Okay, so see if you can do something like that. We could even put him in a 3D scene and walk him through with foreground elements showing parallax. Yes, if you can achieve a decent walk cycle exercise like that, that's a pretty great way to get your After Effects skills working. Now, of course, at this point, I can also come in now to the original walk loop, the first one, and I can edit that animation, add more details. It's quite slow, but I could give a bit more swing to the arms, for example. Look at that rotation point. If I swung that arm a bit up a bit more, then that's of course going to update into this scene. Yeah? See that foreground arm, it's just ran previewing now, let's play it in real time. Yeah, that front arm is swinging up a bit more. I could put a bit of a bend, go back and put a bit of a bend on it with the puppet tool. That's a simple walk cycle, but see how you go with that.